Okay, since we now have our base animation, which is this going up and down, we need to make it look a little more organic, more fluid. So now we have a frame with a cut. We have one that has been squashed. I'll just jump from frame to frame so that I can keep working on the animation. Now, if you remember from when we were shading the legs, the whole gloss here, the whole specular or highlight, was to suggest that the leg was bending. Okay, because this was a sort of a front view on the leg, we can really see that it was bending. So now we might have to change that on the fourth frame because the guy is standing up as much as we can put him on the cell, because you can see the head is already hitting the top. So what do? We go into this frame and we select frame 2 because that's the frame we're working on, frame 2, frame 2. So we're going to paint some extra pixels on the right and delete some here on the back, and that will suggest that the leg is bending more. You can see that right there. Another thing we can do is actually increase the highlight. That will also suggest that we're bending a little more. Maybe actually bring the highlight a little to the side and leave this here. Something like that. Maybe make it shorter actually. No, just leave it as it was, and let's leave that there. Okay, so a little more highlight means a little more bending of the leg. You can actually add a pixel there. So on the third frame, the character is going back up, so we'll just leave that there. And now on the last frame, because the leg is supposed to be straight, stretched out, we need to remove the highlight. So select frame 4, frame 4. We'll just remove that, make the leg as straight as we can, both legs. So let's just do it like that, maybe even like that. And let's see the effect now if we play animation. You can clearly see that on the last frame, the legs kind of look like they even go back because there's no highlight. And what we could do is on the third frame, we could start reducing this highlight by painting it in like that. So now we get a top leg that's actually reducing. The highlight is actually is becoming smaller and smaller. Now, how do we add bounciness to the whole thing? Well, we can do that with a hand, and I'll start by doing a little test run on the model. So I'll just go on frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. I think the hand should be lower. Frame 4, that's fine. Maybe frame 1 could actually be higher, but let's see what happens if we choose frame 3 and move the hand 1 pixel down. You can see that the hand will stay behind at that specific frame. You can see, now it gives it a little more bounciness, but we need to do the opposite. As he goes up, we should actually have the hand stay up a bit, and the frame that should happen is frame 1 because it's actually after it starts going up, and this is the highest it'll be. And then frame 1, it should actually stay up 1 pixel. So let's go to frame 1, move it up with a selection, and let's see what that does. Okay, it gives the hand a slightly bounciness, okay? And that bounciness will only work if we actually have the arm follow along. But let's do the same for our other hand, okay? So this frame, frame 1, the hand should be up, so move 1 frame. And we can paint in the pixels and delete the extra ones that we don't need. Okay, like that. So then frame 2, that's normal. Frame 3, they stay down. So not only am I going to move the hand, I'll also need to move, let's see that. I'll also need to move the arm. So that's for both. And frame 4, that's fine. Let's just keep it like that. I do want to delete this little pixel here because it makes it look like a finger, and we don't want it to look like that. Okay, so now let's play the animation, and you can see the hands are kind of bouncing up and down, but they still don't look right because the arms aren't giving that suggestion. Okay, so if the hands are staying up, we need the arms to bend a little more. So I'm actually going to do something more of an elbow like that, and the same here. And then when they go down, that's fine. When they stay down, we need to stretch the arms out, like if they were snapping up against the body. Okay, like that. and also on the shirt. I want to do that on the shirt. And when they go up, they're sort of retaking their shape. So if you look now, it looks way more organic, and it's almost like a cape or something, like our character is really waiting for something. And that's one of the ways for you to add fluidness to your animation.